A very good day to all of you. Myself, Dr. Vikas Popri, working as an assistant professor in Department of Mathematics, KLP College, Rewari. Today, we will discuss about the numerical integration and its methods, how to solve the problems when the function given in a tabulated form. The content of this lecture is basically the numerical integration. What is numerical integration? And numerical integration basically needed for the tabulated values of a function. Then the three methods, trapezoidal rule, Simpson's one-third rule, and Simpson's three-eighth rule for the basic level of numerical integrations. These are the numerical integration techniques for the equal spacing and numerical integration for functions and finding the error of these values. My first slide is what is numerical integration? Numerical integration basically a process of evaluating approximated numerical values of a required definite integral when the function is given in a set of tabulated values. जब हमें फंक्शन की वैल्यूज टेबल की फॉर्म में दी जाती है और उस फंक्शन का इंटीग्रेशन करने के लिए कहा जाता है तो हमें न्यूमेरिकल इंटीग्रेशन की जरूरत होती है. नाउ a table is given here. X, the values are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The function values are 1, 0.5, 0.2, 0.1, 0.0588, 0.0385, 0.0270. These are the function's values at the point 0 to 6. Now, basically what we use these terms at, the first value is denoted by x naught and the last value is denoted by xn. And in last, the function value is denoted by y naught and the last value is denoted by yn. तो x नोट पे जो वैल्यू होगी उसको y नोट बोला जाएगा, x1 पे जो वैल्यू होगी उसको y1 नाम दे दिया, इसी तरह लास्ट वैल्यू xn होगी उसको yn नाम दे दिया. Now, my first method is trapezoidal rule, but the formula of integration says that when we have to find out the integration of a function from x naught to xn, then the formula says that h by 2, h is the difference between x values, bracket y naught plus yn, and y naught plus yn, but it shows y naught plus yn shows y naught is the first value and yn is the last value, plus double of sum of the remaining terms y1, y2, y3, yn minus 1. So how we will remember this formula? We will remember this formula as h by 2 into sum of first and last term plus double of sum of remaining terms. Now, how will we use these formula in our basic questions? Now, the question is given like that: x naught, y naught, xn, y1, x2, y2, and xn, yn. So the formula is for this question is first value is y naught and last value is yn, y6. So y naught plus y6 plus double of sum of remaining terms. So remaining term is y1 to y5 and multiply by h by 2. And what is h here? H is the difference between x values, x1 minus x naught, that is 1. Now, we will substitute this value. What is y naught? Y naught is 1. What is y6? Y6 is 0.0270. And double of remaining terms 0.5 plus 0.2 plus 0.1 plus 0.0588 plus 0.0385 and multiply by 1 by 2 in the end. And after calculations, we will get this value, that is 1.4108. This is how we will use the trapezoidal rule to find out the integration when the function is given in a table form. Now, our next method is to find out the same question but with a different method. The second method is Simpson's one-third rule. So what is Simpson's one-third rule? Says that one-third, so we will denote it by h by 3 multiplied by y naught plus yn, same first value plus last value, plus 4 times sum of the values of odd suffixes y1, y3 and so on to yn minus 1, plus double sum of the values of even suffixes y2, y4 and yn minus 2. So how will we remember this formula as h by 3 sum of first plus last. So 4 into 1 suffixes, 4 into 1 that is 4. So 4 into multiply by odd suffixes, and 2 into 2 is also 4, so 2 is multiplied by the even suffixes. Now the same question, that is x naught to xn, and we have the values y naught to yn. Now apply the same formula for this question. What is y naught? Same one. What is ya? That is y6, 0.0270 plus 4 times the odd suffixes. Now the odd suffixes are y1, y3 and y5. So substitute the value of y1, y3, y5, 0.5, 0.1, 0.385. Sum of these values and multiply by 4. And the even suffixes is y2 and y4 only, that is 0.2 and 0.0588. So sum of these values are multiplied by 2. And after calculations, we will find out the value is 1.3662. This is a simple formula to find out the numerical integration when the tabulated values are given of a function. Now the next formula is Simpson's 3-8 rule. Simpson's 3-8 rule, how will we remember the same question, the same formula? 3-8, so 3h by 8, y naught plus yn. In this formula, 3 is multiplied by the suffixes which is not multiple of 3, and 2 is multiplied by the suffixes which is multiple of 3. So basically, how we will remember this in last. In trapezoidal rule, 2 is multiplied by the suffixes which is multiple of 1. In Simpson's 1/3 rule, 2 is multiplied by the suffixes which is multiple of 2. And in Simpson's 3-8 rule, 2 is multiplied by the suffixes which is multiple of 3. So 3 multiplied by the suffixes which is not multiple of 3, and 2 is multiplied by the suffixes which is multiple of 3. Now the same question, x naught, y naught, x1, y1 and xn, yn. The same question, and the formula is for this question is y naught is y naught, yn is y6. 3 is multiplied by the suffixes which is not multiple of 3, that is y1, y2, y4 and y5. And 2 is multiplied by the suffixes, that is y3. Now one thing is, remember that y6 is also a suffix which is multiple of 3, but we can use the function value only once in a formula. So y6 already taken, so we will not use the y6 again in any of these formulas, either trapezoidal or Simpson's 1/3 or Simpson's 3-8. So substitute the values y naught to y6 in this table, and a simple calculations will be done here, and you will get your answer, that is 1.357. Now here is the comparison of these three formulas, numerical integration for equal spacing. Now in all these three formulas, we will use the equal spacing. So trapezoidal rule, the formula says that 2 is multiplied by the suffixes which is multiple of 1, that is all multiplies, except first and last. So trapezoidal rule is applicable at any number of intervals. In Simpson's 1/3 rule, 2 is multiplied by the suffixes which is multiple of 2. So Simpson's 1/3 rule is applicable when number of interval is multiplied by 2. Yeah, multiple of 2. And Simpson's 3-8, 2 is multiplied by the function value which is multiple of 3. So Simpson's 3-8 rule is applicable when the number of intervals is a multiple of 3. This is the basic difference between these three formulas, and a very important one for the interview question. So Simpson's 3-8 rule applicable when the number of interval is a multiple of 3. Simpson's 1/3 rule is applicable when the number of interval is a multiple of 2. And trapezoidal rule is applicable when the number of intervals is a multiple of 1. It means any interval. From the comparison, we will see these three formulas. The result is 1.4108, 1.3662, 1.3571. When we will move forward, our approximate result will goes to the exact results. So in Simpson's 3-8 rule, the answer is 1.3571, which is nearly equal to the actual integrations when we have to find out. Now, the numerical integration for function value, how we will solve? Evaluate 0 to 6 integration dx by 1 plus x square by all three methods. In plus 2, we will solve very easily 1 by 1 plus x square integration is tangent inverse x, and substitute the values upper limit and minus lower limit from the calculator and solve it. This is, we will get the accurate result. But in solving this question by numerical integration, we have to use the tabulated value. So 0 to 6 intervals will be divided into tabulated values by the equal spacing. So we will take h is equal to 1 and divide the intervals from 0 to 6. This is same what we have done earlier. When we substitute 0, 1 by 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 by 1 plus 2, 1 by 1 plus 1 is 1 by 2, that is 0.5. And similarly, 6, so 1 by 1 plus 6 square, that is 1 by 37 is 0.027. And now we done earlier all these three methods, so we can calculate it and also find out the error, which is difference between exact value and approximate value. And in numerical integration, we will find only approximate values. So this is the assignment for all of you. You can solve these 4 questions, a very much important question from the exam point of view. And thank you for all for watching this video. And I request to subscribe and share this. Then